Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiana with Storyhouse Books as usual. And we are in part 10, I believe. Yes, we are, part 10. Right here are my notes of our Grungy Recreate Folio series. Let's see. So, let's go ahead and get started and do a quick recap of where we ended the last time we were together. You see some new elements in here, and I'll get to this stuff in a minute. Okay, so last time we met, we were finishing up inside here. Yeah, panel 3. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put a couple of pockets on top of here and here. And then I may put some more mini pockets on some of these other flips. I'm not sure yet. The Recreate is supposed to do the exact elements as we did in the one that I sold. That this is based on. So the next part is panel 4. And here we're going to put a large windowed pocket here that's going to fit a flippy pad. Yeah? And then inside here is going to be some stacked tabbed pockets. Over here, in the big flip out here, we're going to have file folders with slide tucks and mini pockets all over down this side. But I'm kind of looking at this thing thinking that it's a little bit light. I need to make the spine bigger than the original. And we've got plenty of room here. So I'm going to add some more to this. Namely, panel 4, I'm going to add another flip out here. So we're going to add an envelope flip out that will attach here. Yeah. And then come out this way. Right? We're also going to add on the opening panels here. These look a little bit light to me as well. So I'm going to add some flip outs here as well. So I think I'm going to add the trifold ones that will attach here. And you'll pull it up and it will go this way. Okay? So that's what we're going to add at the moment, I believe. But we will see. I can change my mind. I have that prerogative. I'm a woman. I can change my mind anytime I want to. Right? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's go in here and get some tucks on top of here, or pockets, rather. Or whatever I decide to do. Okay, so I think we should just do... I don't want to cover up all this, the pattern and whatnot, so I'm going to say, let's do a pocket here in the corner. Yeah, a pocket here. Let me pick some paper here. Hold, please. Let's see what we got over here. Scraps. Let's see. I'll get this orange right there. And then how about... Looking through my scraps, you guys, try not to waste stuff. Especially this Tim Holtz paper. Ugh. Let's see what we else we got here. How about this? Right there. On the other side. Let me see what else I've got here instead of that orange. So how was y'all's Christmas? Mine went well, uneventful, thank goodness. And over quickly. It was pleasant, believe it or not. I was shocked, but yes, it was pleasant. Okay, here's some more scraps here. Let's see. Ooh, this is pretty. I think I like this better up here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this one up here, and that one. Yeah, this way. Yep, we're gonna do these two. Okie dokie. Let's get cracking. Okie doke. So we're gonna do small pockets here. Do I want to do tucks? Like that. I don't know. Pockets. We're just doing pockets. Alright, we're going to do one there, and then we'll do one on the side as well. Like that. Yeah? Okay, let's get them cut. I'm just going to eyeball these, and you can make them whatever size you'd like, or you can not put the pockets on there at all, right? So I'm going to say, grab a pencil here, make sure I'm in frame. Alright, because I want the pocket to end where the stitching is, or on the inside of that. I want the pocket to end right about there. Is there even lid in that? Yeah. Right there, okay? But I'm still going to have to add an inch. I'm sorry, a half-inch gusset. So let's do this. I'm going to eyeball this over here and say that's a half-inch right about there. So that'll be the flap for the pocket. And the pocket needs to end here. So I'll say that that's the end of the pocket. I'll measure that in a second. And this one we're going to have to cut, right? Do I want the purple side or do I want the yellow? I want the purple. I want the pocket to end here, so the flap will be right about there, a ½ inch in. I want the pocket to end there, so a ½ inch out would be the flap for that one. We're going to cut. Okay? Okay, so let me give you the measurements for these particular pockets. Alright, the top one here measures 4 1/4 by 2 inches. Yeah? That's not going to be long enough because I have to do a ½ inch flap on that. Which means it's going to be a really short pocket. That's fine. Okay, so what did I say? It was... Sorry, guys. Let me get this straight here. 4 1/4. So let me write this down for you guys. 4 1/4 by 2 inches. Okay, that's this one here. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna cut. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see where my lines are. Here we go. So 4 1/4 right there. Okay, that's the first pocket. The next one is going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/4. All right, the second one is going to be 6 1/4 by 2 1/2, right? Yeah, 2 1/2. Let's do that. 2 1/2. Okay, that's gonna be this one. So let's go ahead and cut that. Wait, that's not right. 6 1/4 is not right. That is so wrong. Sorry, guys. Hang on 1 second. I didn't measure the right spot. It would be actually 4 1/2. I'm so sorry. So this one is 4 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay? I was measuring the whole piece instead of where it works. These are the measurements for this one. These are the measurements for this one. Okie dokie. Now we're going to grab our scoreboard and make our flaps real quick. And then I'm going to go sew these up. And come back and attach them. Yeah? Where is my scoring tool? Ooh, I know I brought it. Here it is. Okay. ½ inch on either side. And then a ½ inch at the bottom. So if I want it this way, I want that way up. So we're going to go right here. Okay. And the other one, we're going to do this way. So ½ inch on either side. And then a ½ inch on the bottom. Okie doke. Then we're going to do our miter real quick. You guys have seen me do this a million times, okay? So where the intersection of the... Let's actually fold it first so it's easier for you guys to see what I'm talking about for if you're new. So go ahead and fold it your score marks. Okay, now we are going to cut at the intersections here, okay? Where these two meet, we're going to go in at an angle into the intersection, and then we're going to go out of the intersection at an angle. Okay? So go in. If I can get this straight. Come on, dude. Then go out. Okay? So it should look like that. Okay? Same thing on the other side. In at an angle and then out. So it should look like this on either side. Yep. And then if you're not tearing the entrance, you want it clean, you're going to miter the edges of the entrance as well. Okay? So it should look something like, easier for you guys to see it this way, like that. Okay? Alright, let's do the other one. Okay. Same thing, in an angle and out. Rinse and repeat on the other side. And miter the entrance. Now I'm probably going to go back and tear these, but just to show it to you, I'm cutting the entrance edges as well. Okay. So there's those two. I'm going to go sew these real quick, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we're back, and we have sewn up these pockets real quick, and I went ahead and already inked them, and so we're going to just do real quick. We're going to crease the flaps one more time, and then we'll attach. Now I'm going to use art glitter glue here, and yeah, so we grab that. Alrighty, and here we go. Put it right about there, inside the stitching there. Hold that down till it catches. Let me put this pen over here before I lose it. I'm gonna be straight. Here we go. Alright. Come on now. Alright. Catch it. Not quite. I think I'm going to need to sand this paper. This vault abandoned paper that's got that little bit of a shine to it. I think if we sand it, it'll catch a lot quicker. Or easier anyway. Let me do that. Let me grab my sander real quick. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to sand the flaps a little bit. Now these are Tim Holtz sanding discs. You don't have to have this. Just emery board or nail file, same thing. Piece of sandpaper, whatever. I'll wipe the dust off here. Okay. Let's try it this way. Remember not to go all the way to the edge with your gluing. We want to give our pocket plenty of room to breathe and grow. And not rip off the page. Okay. Go this way on this side. Inside the stitching there. Okay. I'm going to push this down here, give it a little squish. And I can already tell it's catching easier. Look at that. It's not even coming up at all. This one's still having a little bit of trouble. So I'm not going to mess with it right now. But this one is already caught. Look at that. Okay, so, problem solved. Sand it before you glue it. Okay, yep, that one's already caught. Look at that. Okie dokie. Alright, so I'm probably going to come back and add a pocket here as well. And maybe some mini pockets here. But let's go ahead and put the magnets on here. And we're going to probably put some hardware on these pockets as well. Alright, where are my magnets? Magnets. Here we go. So we've got some, these are 1mm by, I think I want to say 5 centimeter, maybe. Let me see here. Let me check with my ruler before I tell you the wrong thing. Yeah, they're 1 centimeter wide and 1mm thick. Okay, I get these from Amazon. Okay, and our trusty little Zots here. We need those. Oh, actually, I need 2 more magnets. I need 4 dodo head, 2 for each envelope, right? Okay, I'm about to sit down for this, y'all. Alright, so what I normally do is just take my Zots here. These are the permanent ones, medium size, yeah. And then, if I can get them apart, get over there. I put 1 magnet on the Zot here while they're still attached, so I don't get them confused on which side is which. And then I just flip the other one over and drop on the Zot as well and press it down. Then I want to tear this off and separate it, let it sit for a second. And give it another press here. Double check and make sure you got the right size, right sides attached. There we go. So let it sit for a minute. Okay. And then the second set, same thing. Rinse and repeat. While they're still attached, I want to attach one side to this Zot here. Give it a little press. Slide the other one off. Put it on a Zot as well. Tear this piece off. Make sure that they're attracted, and they are. Okay, I want these to sit for a second. Okay, put that to the side. Alright, let's grab the first set here. Now I'm going to take one of them and just peel it off of the paper. Gently. Okay. I'm going to set that where I want it. Generally in the middle here, about ½ an inch away from the edge. This is a good spot. Just give that a little press as well. Grab the second one. Okay. I'm going to attach it to the first one. And then just press it down. And it should come right off. And here we go. Alright. Now, if you have some adhesive left over, just grab your tweezers and pull that off. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. If you don't want to, you can leave it. I don't like it leaving it there. I think it's unsightly. So I try to take it off. Because I don't want anything else getting stuck to it. Right? And if you're going to do it, make sure you're pressing down when you're pulling it off so you don't pull off all the adhesive from underneath. Just where you want it, right? Come on, it's a tedious process, but I think it's worth it. I think it looks better. Just be patient. Okay, come on now. Okay, I think that's it. All right, let's grab the other one real quick. Press it down. Is there anything sticking out? A little bit right there. Okay, and there we go. We are good to go. Oh, this has got adhesive on top. There's still some sticking out right there. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to press these down again a little bit. And good to go. Let's grab the second set. And like this, we're going to take it off of the paper here. There we go. I'm just going to pull off this extra right here before I set it down. Alright, same deal, about in the middle, about ½ inch from the edge, and then grab your second set. Alright, and go ahead and attach it to the first one, and then just close your envelope and press down, and it should release. There we go. Give it another good press here, and then remove your glue if so desired. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me. But it does bother me, so I have to do this. Okay. Okay, get that side. A little bit right here. Okay. Oop, didn't get it. Come on, get off of there. Here we go. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright, let's do the top one here real quick. I think we're actually good on this one. It's a little bit right there. But we're good. Alright, I'm going to press this down one more time. And then we should be good to go. Yeah? Just let those sit, and they'll be all good. Alright, so we are good there, good there. Let me pop these pockets real quick. So if you're wondering what I mean by pop the pockets, sometimes the glue squishes out when you're gluing it down. So I'm just going in and separating it from the flap, and you'll hear a little pop when you do that sometimes. So I call it pop the pockets. Pop. Come on. And there we go. Did you hear it? A little bit pop. Okay. Let's take this one here. Just slide my tool here down the edge. There you go. There you go. Do you hear it? Pop, pop, pop. There we go. Okay. That one's good to go now. Okie dokie, artichoke. Alright, let me make sure these are okay here. They're good. They're not here. Here we go. Oh, did you hear pop? I heard pop. Okay. And these are good, I think. Yep. Okay. Moving on. So we got that done. Let's put some hardware on there real quick. I got some more screw heads. Let's do those. Da, 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 da. Come on, get out of there. There we go. Let's see what size we're going to use today. How about these? Yeah? We'll put one there, or the bigger ones. If you go bigger, yeah, let's go bigger on this one. Yeah, bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger there. We do the big ones here as well. Let's eat some more. Open up a new one. Here we go. Alrighty. Right there. And then we'll put the small ones on these small pockets, yeah? I'll put them at the bottom. Yep, yep, yep. Come on. Right there. Yeah? Okay. Here. And then one over there. I can tell you right now, this is going to suck to glue these little ones down. I mean, it's going to suck. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Okay. Let's get these glued down. I'm going to use my art glitter glue here. Alright. I'm just going to flip this over. Put some down here in the middle. And then I'm going to flip it with my tweezers. And there we go. Go on. Okay, there's one. Okay, if you do not want to watch me glue, feel free to fast forward. This is riveting. I swear it is. I promise you. Alright, oops. It slid everywhere. Oopsie daisy. Good thing this dries clear. I'm going to sit still and just grab some of this glue here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let those sit. And next, let's see, flip these over. I actually put so much glue this time. Okay, put that one there. Press it down a little bit. Next. Okay, let's do the little tiny ones now. I think I'm going to put the glue on the page with these little ones. I'm going to put them in the middle, top, middle. I'm going to go for the middle. Alright, I'm just going to drop that down. So there's no pretty way to do this, I guess. Alright, there's that one. Let's grab this one here. Okay. I think those are level. Or even-ish. Alright. Okay. And these last two wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still fairly stressful. Very stressful. Okay, keep us drop this down. And last one here. Okay. Oops, upside down. Darn it. Come on, flip over. Here we go. Come down a little bit. Is that even? There we go. These are all pretty even right down here. Alright, we'll let those sit for a second. And I will be right back, you guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I had to take a break really quick. Sorry about that. While I was away, though, I went and grabbed a little folder pocket so we can put our scraps in. It's getting a little bit out of control over here. So I want to separate these really quick into large pieces and tiny pieces. Yeah. So the large ones will go inside the folder. The small ones will go in this pocket right here. Okay. Little ones, little ones, little ones. Big ones. This is always a good idea. I normally do this when I'm working on a project so I don't have a big pile of scraps everywhere. It helps keep my project together as well. So I highly recommend doing this. Okie dokie. La 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 la. God, there's scraps everywhere, y'all. Oh my god. Oops. I mean, everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. It's a hot mess over here. Oh my gosh. Yep, see, things are all piled up and falling on top of each other. Good lord, I've got to get this under control. Let's see what else we got over here. Got big ones, big ones, big ones. Full sheets. Oh, where's the bottom? Oh, here we go. Large ones. I know there's gotta be more scraps than that. Is that it? Really? I could have sworn we had way more than that. Okay. Small one here. Let me just double check here. I could have sworn I had another pile of scraps under here. I guess I was mistaken. Well, then, fine. Okay, well, good. That's good then. All right, let's put these larger pieces in here. It'll also be easier for us to go through and find something, yeah? Okie dokie artichokes. All right, so, moving on. Put this over here to the side. La, 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 la. And let's keep going. All right. We put the magnets in, we put some small pockets on, put some hardware on, and it's already dried, so we can keep going. Where is my list here? All right, we added the magnets. We added the pockets to the side flip outs. Next thing I want to do is the large pocket window here. But before we do that, I am going to add that flip out with the envelope. So let me grab the envelope and show you what I'm going to do. So this envelope measures, it's a craft envelope. I got these from Joann's. It measures 4 inches this way, 4 by 9 3/4. Okay. You can do whatever size you want. I just wanted it, to be full length of the page. And these are the longest ones that I have. So 4 by 9 3/4. But you can always do smaller ones, right? So what we're going to do is, I want this to be kind of like a trifold flip out. So I'm going to attach it on the back side of this flap. So when I open it or flip it up, it'll go like this. Yeah? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Put this up here, give me some room. Before we do that, though, I'm going to cover this with some paper. So let's pick some papers quickly. Let's see. I'm going to grab eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, I don't know. Now, I'm not looking at it too much. So I forgot what I've already used. I don't want to use the same thing over more than once if I can help it. And I can't remember which ones I used. Alright, how about this orange? Have we used this yet? I don't think so. Just double checking. I don't think we've used it. Nope, we have not. Alright, cool. So I'm going to cover... No, I'm not. Ugh, it's too short. Duh. I'm going to have these one of the large ones. Some Holtz 10 by 6s or a 12 by 12. Let's see what I've got over here. I'm looking at the backdrops right now, so I've got a bunch of these here. I know they're speaking to me. I love that green. I've already used it though. Here, That's kind of cool. Any of those? What do you think? Let me grab what else we got over here. Like that one. It's a little muted for what we've been doing. Don't you think? Like that one too. That was cool. La 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 la. Yeah. Wish I could use this, but that's from that Rev and Rust that I don't think is going to handle the folding. It's a shame. It's a really cool looking paper. It really sucks. I like the blue marble. The blue Grungy there is cool. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. No. It's a little muted. Oh, scraps. Put those away. That's cool. Scrap. Ooh, I like that one. I think I've used it already, though. I don't think I've used that one yet, though. I can't. It's too small. Right. Duh. What else have we got over here? That it? I think that's all of them. There's a blue one. I'm not really into that one right now. Some more scrap. Okay, some more scrap. Alright, let's look at the 12 by 12. Just for giggles. Yeah? Let me pick one of these though. Alright, let's go for... I really like this oil slick one here. And this one. Let's go for the oil slick one. So that one with, I'm going to do let's see, over here, like the cover, this side and this side, right? So we'll do this one here, and let's see. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, that one works. I think I'm gonna go this first one I saw up here. Where'd it go? So that one, I've already used it. Never mind. I used that one too. Used it. Pretty sure I used that one. Ooh, I haven't used that one though. Yes, I have. Dang it. I'm trying to find one that I haven't used yet. I know I haven't used that one. Maybe that one, or I like that one, or that one, and there's this one. I think it's pretty cool. That's the one I wanted, that one. No more thinking about it, we're just gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Put these scraps away real quick. Alright, moving on. That one. Just take a quick look one more time. No, that's the color. Alright, let's go. Alright, so what we're going to do is cover this front side here, and I think I'm going to need to put the color one first. I like these. This script here. So what we're going to do is give it a little bit of a border. So we can take our pencil and line it up to where we want it. I'm going to try to leave about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch maybe, or less. And I'm just going to mark where I want to cut, right? Right there. And then the back, same thing. Okay, and make sure that these flaps are down good. Sometimes you get these envelopes and these edges aren't completely glued down. I'm going to fix that right now. Like that one. Okay. Alright, let's measure this one. I think I want this side. Or this one. I think I like this one. Okay. Same thing, just line it up to where you want it. I'm going to leave a little bit of a border, like I did with the front. Mark right there. And the same thing on this side. Oops. Put that back where I wanted. Right there. Go. There we go. Okay. And right there. Alright. Okay, we're going to cut those, and then we're going to actually give this a little bit of a gusset. Let's pull this up a little bit. Cut these. Okie dokie. Well, does any of you guys have plans for New Year's? I do not. Oh, I do have some news to tell you guys. I got asked out on a date. At my other job. Can you believe it? I couldn't. It actually was on my birthday that they asked me out. So that was, I don't know if I'm quite ready to date yet, but I'm going to give him a try. He's really nice, so I'm going to give it a go. Let's see what happens. Yep. I mean, I've been separated for about 1.5 years now, so I guess it's time. Where is that other pencil mark? Did I just cut it off? Probably. I think I just cut it off. Did I? No, I didn't. I just can't see it. Where is that darn pencil mark? I guess I could have the envelope and try to find it again, right? There it is. Right down there. Okay. I can barely see it, but it's there. Let's see it better this way. Trying to get the pencil mark to like reflect the light, because it will. Yeah, I lost it again. There it is. I'm gonna mark it again real quick with my pencil. Pencil. There we go. Now I can see it. All right. All right, that's for one side. Scrap. And then the other side. I'm gonna buy the pencil marks on this one. I think I'll have to bring out the big boy for this one. Yep. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's try this long one here first. And the other one right there. Alrighty. There's a big scrap, so let's put these up to the side. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Okie dokie. Let's make sure these measured out right. This is the inside, if I remember correctly. Looks like we're good here, I think. Yep, okay, let's check the other side. And I think we're good here. Alright. Now, right now, I would probably decide whether or not I want to put hardware on it. So, do I want to put brads or eyelets? I think I want to put brads. And I got some small tin holders that I just got from a friend. Thank you, Julie. And I'll use those here. And on the other side, I think as well. They shouldn't be too bulky. And we can glue them straight down to the paper after we sew these. So, alright. Also, should we make these pockets? Why not? Yes, we will. Okay, so we're going to make these pockets as well. So we're going to have a pocket here in the front. We'll have the natural pocket of the envelope and another pocket right below it. Yeah? Alright, so let's go ahead and ink the envelope. Get that done. And then we'll make a gusset. We'll ink these and sew these and attach. Yeah? I'm not going to ink here because it's going to be covered by tape here in a second because I'm going to use washi tape to reinforce it. Don't forget to do that, you guys. Okay, and I'm going to ink the envelope pocket as well so you can see it. I'll probably put a notch there anyway, but just in case I decided not to, I'm going to go ahead and ink it, yeah? Okay, now, the gusset, I want it to be about 1/4 of an inch wide because I want to be able to put some stuff here as well, right? I don't want it to be flat, otherwise it's not going to lay flat when we put a pocket there, right? It'll be sticking up a little bit. So we're going to put 1/4 of an inch of a gusset right about here on the actual flap, right? So let's go ahead and score that, and then we'll reinforce it with some washi tape, and then we'll go from there, yeah? So just line up your envelope here. And do like you normally would. If I can find my scoring tool. Where did it go? There it is. And we're going to go from the fold of 1/4 of an inch out, right? And that's going to be our gusset for this flap, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and fold it at the score mark. It's easier for me to see once I put the washi tape on. If I do that. There it is. Okay. All right. And there we go. All right. Now I'm going to stick with the same color scheme that I've been using. I think I used the blue mostly. Yeah, the blue marble from Tim Holtz. So let's grab that. I did bring it. Yes, I did. There we go. Let's start with that one. You'll need that and then your glue stick as well. There's my glue stick. And right here. Alright, so once we do that, we'll ink the pockets, we'll sew everything all together, and then attach, yeah? Alright, so let's get this started. Alright. Where is it? There we go. Now I'm going to measure out a piece that's a little bit longer than the actual envelope because I want to wrap around, yeah? I think I will. I've been debating that lately, whether I want to wrap around or just cut it at the edges. I think I'm going to just cut it at the edges today. Yep, okay, that's about right. Tear that off. We're going to run at each edge of the washi tape down the glue stick here. So for those of you who are new, if you are new, and I'm wondering why I'm doing this, it's because washi is notoriously not sticky. Yep. And I don't want my stuff coming up, right? So I use permanent glue stick, and I also sew down my edges. So these babies are not coming up. I don't care what you do. And we're going to go right there. Okay, just going to use my tool here and make sure it's nice and flat. And then I'm going to leave those tabs there so I can line up the second one, the inside one. Yeah? Now, because of this edge here, the entrance here, I'm only going to be able to get part of this, right? Or you can cut it, right? So, what I did with the first one, let me show you here. Yeah, with the first one, on the other side, I actually only did it up to right about here, right? So, what I'm going to do this time is the same thing. I'm going to go right up to the entrance. Yeah. There. Okay. Alright, let's put our glue on. On one side and then the other side. Yep. Okay. Now I want to carefully do this. So I don't want to impede the entrance, right? Alright. There we go. Make sure that's nice and flat. Alright. Next thing I'm going to do is take my craft knife here. And I'll cut these ends off, right? So I'm just going to lightly go up against the edge of that envelope. And you don't have to apply much pressure to the washi tape. It'll cut fairly easy. I mean, hardly no pressure at all. It'll cut right off. So this has a picture right there. There we go. Oh, come on now. There. Okay. And the other side here. And there we go. I'm going to take my tool again and just go over the ends real quick. Make sure that those are down. So I missed a piece here. Let's get that off of there. There we go. Alright, then we're going to fold at our score marks again. Here and then right there. Okay, take my tool and give that a nice good crease. Right there. And we'll do the other score as well. And then I'll push it up and I use the back of my tool to kind of just flatten it out. Yeah? Okay. And there we go. Yeah? Alright, that was ready to sew. Alright, let's grab this next one here. And this one's going to go on this front side here, right? Right about there. Let's see, yeah. Okay. So, we're going to make this a pocket, okay? So I am going to put a notch here, and then we'll sew all the way around that, right? So I need to get my, of course, I left my notch, my circle punch on the other side of the room. 1 second. Okay, and we're back. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do a notch here. So I think what I want to do is actually not do it in the center. I'm going to do it offset a little bit. Like right about here. Right about there. Okay? Now, you don't have to do this. I just kind of like doing this every once in a while. Alright. And then we're going to ink this. Hopefully real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now I'm using Distress Ink and Black Soot. In case you're wondering. Not the Distress Oxide, but the ink. if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I like to put these streaks in the entrance. It kind of gives it a little bit of texture. It makes it look a little wrinkled. Again, not required. You do you. I ain't your mama. It's just what I like to do. Then I'm going to take my blending brush and just kind of smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, I may go back and get a little darker depending on the decoration, but this is good for now. Actually, no, it's not. I don't like that at all. Not dark enough. It's still too clean. That's better. Okay, so that's going to go here once we sew, yeah? Okay, we're going to sew around here, and then we're going to sew that as well to keep that down. We're not going to sew... Sorry, we are going to sew this somewhere here as well. Right? And then we're going to put another pocket right here. Let's go ahead and notch that one as well. So what I'm going to do here, so you can see both pockets, I'm going to notch one here and then one right underneath it. Okay? So, I'm going to notch this one up here at the top a little bit, so you can see it. Okay, and we'll ink this one. Okay, and then this one, I'm going to notch it a little bit further down. So actually, why don't we do this? I'm going to recut this to where this is actually right here. Which is what I should have done. So sorry about that, you guys. So what I'm doing is I'm going to remeasure this because I don't want this to cover that notch. Was that, you know, kind of defeats the purpose of putting it there. So I'm going to remeasure and recut so this one will be down beneath that notch. So I'm going to cut right there. Yep. All right, let's grab my cutter and do that real quick. Where did I put this? There we go. There's the mark right there. Okay. And as you can see, that'll put it right beneath it once we put it on there. Yeah, right about there. So this one I'm going to notch a little bit further down over here. And now you can see that there's definitely two pockets there, right? One there, one there. Okay. So let's go ahead and ink this one as well. Need a little more ink on here. I think I might need to re-ink my black soot there. It seems like it's a little light for as much as I was digging on it just a second ago. But it still sounds pretty juicy. Okay. Yeah, that's really light for black soot, I think. Okay. So that's that one. And that one's going to go right here. Yeah. And I think I want to darken this up a little bit too. So I'm going to just go a little round circles here. Darken up this edge. This looks a little too clean to me. Oops, sorry about that, guys. And just a blending brush here and just kind of soften it up a little bit. Yeah, that's a lot better. I like that. I like that better. It's more better that way. I like these edges too. So see what I said before? You go back. You can always go back and make it darker, because you never can tell until you get the paper next to it what it's going to look like. If it needs a little bit more, because that definitely did. All right, I think we're good now. All right. So we got our pockets are inked. We've got the envelope ready to go. So what we need to do next, we're gonna sew this washi tape on, right? We need to decide what hardware we're gonna put on this. We'll do that after we sew all the pieces together, okay? So I'll be right back. I'll sew and I'll be back. All right, you guys, we went ahead and did our sewing. So you notice these are flat pockets, obviously. So we're gonna go ahead and put these on here. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because of the stitching, yeah. Threads out of the way. Alright, so this is the front here. Here we go. Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac. Alright. Actually, I'm going to cut the threads that are on the inside of the pocket so we don't have to worry about it get pulled and by mistake. Yeah. So I'm going to cut those on both pockets. Okay. Alright. And here we go. Alright, we're just going to run a bead all the way around. Now I'm making sure I put it on the threads because that's what we're going to have trouble with. Alright? Okay. That's one side. And the other. Don't worry about the glue sticking out because you can always remove it. You should have by now a glue eraser. You can get them at Dollar Tree for $1.25. They are a godsend because I'm a heavy gluer. I'm really heavy-handed. Alright, let's line this up here. Alright, once we find a spot that we like, I think we're good. There we go. A little more over to the right, left here. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Okay, I think we're good there. What do you guys think? Yeah? Alright, I'm going to hit my corners first here. Here. Push the other way. Hit the corners on the sides. And then I'm up here, I'm going to hold these corners down with my thumbs. And up here, I'm going to push these corners towards each other because it'll actually make a little gap in the pocket. You'll see it right there. Watch. You guys can see me do it here. When you push these two corners together, it lifts up that entrance. And it'll give you a little bit of room. Not much, but it does help. Okay. Now that's going on. I'm going to keep pressing down these sides here with my other fingers. Just wait for that to catch, you know? Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm going to take my tool here and just run down the corners or the sides real quick. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's do the other side now. Or the inside, rather. Now, the streaks here, I like the way it looks. You don't have to do that. If you don't like them, cut them off. I just like the way it looks, you know? That's just me. I mean, you don't even have to sew if you don't want to. That's right, I said it. If you don't want to, don't sew. Let me darken up this edge here. It's a little hard to see. There we go, that's better. What you think? I think so. Alright, we're going to cut the threads, and this is going to go right about here. Yeah, right about there. Okay. Oh, my glue's gobbing out over here. Stop that. Let's see, so what am I doing for New Year's? I am doing nothing. As far as I can tell. What day does New Year's fall under? I think it's a Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yep, I will be here. Probably filming or playing with my papers. Or something. I gotta work on my inventory. I'm getting low on the blank journals. You guys are wiping me out on those. Alright, let's line this up here. I think we're good right there. A little bit more to the right. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, we got some glue seepage over here. No problemo. Just wipe it up, and then I'll get my glue eraser and we'll get rid of it. Now remember, if you're going to get rid of the glue, don't let it sit for too long, because the longer you let it sit before you remove it, the harder it is to get off. It's almost impossible if you wait too long. Now where is my glue eraser? I know I had one over here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here, and then I'm going to push it up a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to go get a head start on some of this glue. It's not completely dry yet, so it may move around a little bit, but that's just me taking a risk. You don't have to do that. You can wait. You should wait till it's dry, at least. Try to get it off. Especially with Fabri-Tac, because you have run the risk of it moving around, because it will migrate. It takes a little bit longer than art glue to dry. But if you're impatient like I am, come on, glue, get off there. That's a lot of glue. Came out of there. Okay. Almost done here. I'm just going to make sure these corners are done really good. Okay. See right here. Alright, almost got it all. For now, probably gonna go back over this again in a minute anyway. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna get this back front side now. Clean it up. Okay, I think we got most of that. There's some right there. Okay, that's good on that side. Let's check this side one more time. Okay, I think I got it on this side too. Nope, right there. Nope, right there. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. There's our new flap here. I think we are good. Alright, let's go ahead and attach it, yeah? So we're going to go... Make sure I'm in frame here. We're going to go right here on the fourth panel, right? Make some room here. And we are going to attach it on the inside, right? Like so, right? So here's our gusset. We're going to attach up to this line, but not past it, right? So there's our first score mark. There's our second one, right? These two, up to this one right here, right? That's what we're going to glue it to. Otherwise, you won't be able, it'll impede the folding, and it'll be stuck up in the air. Right? So that's our quarter-inch gusset right there, right? Okay, that's where we're going to glue it. So when we glue it and we open it or pull this part, it'll pull that whole page out, right? Okay, so let's get our glue going. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac again. There we go. If I had thought about it in time, I probably should have used... We could have used double-sided tape and Fabri-Tac at the same time. So I didn't have to use as much glue. But, that's okay. This works too. Oops. Alright, now, all the strings out of the way. And very carefully attach this here. Alright, there's the fold. Let's set this down. And make sure it's even. Make sure there's no strings down there. Okay, get these strings out of here. Okay, there's the fold. Just going to push it up against it very carefully. There it is right there. There. Right there. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Pull it down a little bit this way. There we go. Go a little bit higher here. To be very careful. I'm sorry, guys. It's taking me a minute. It's kind of hard to see that blue because of the black. This lighting, it's not easy to see it. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, I'm gonna take my tool here and just flatten it out. Okay, keep working it here till it catches. Okay, I'm gonna take the other side here. Don't worry about all this glue. We're going to cover it up with another page, with another backdrop or whatnot. Okay, just making sure it's nice and flat. Okie dokie. I think we're good there. Let's check this side again. There we go. All right. Alrighty, I think we are good. Now I'll remove the glue here later on. I don't want to mess with it too much right now while it's curing here. So, alright, so there's our gusset right there. I'm just going to flatten it out a little bit. Alright, there's our flap. So what's going to happen is, like I said, when you pull on this flap here, it'll open up the inner page, and you have the trifold thing happening, right? Okay, so there's that. That's done. Alright, so where are we on time? We are at over an hour. Let's see, how far do we get on my checklist here? Not as far as I wanted. Alright, let's see here. Why don't we go ahead and pick the paper for these two pages here, or these two panels here, yeah? And then we will call it for the night, or for this episode, right? So let's grab a 12 by 12. I think, let's see, I think I was using the same one on all the panels, wasn't I? Or did I just pick something? I think I just picked something. Let me see. No, I was using that alligator stuff that I had that was like left over, right? Yeah, I did. Do I have any more of that? Let me see here. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? But I would like to keep it the same, but you're not really going to see it, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But I guess we can use some of that Reverend Rust that we can't fold anyway. Right? Might as well. I can't use it. Not in this capacity anyway. Not like I wanted to. So let's just grab something, anything. Let's grab this one right here. No. How about this? There we go. So we're going to put this, because it kind of goes, this is gray and black, right? I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're going to cover it up anyway. But anywho, so we're going to put this one here, right, as the back page there. And then this one will go right here. Okay? So let's go ahead and measure and see what we're working with here. All right. So from right inside the fold, each one of these, where's the gusset? There's a gusset right there. From there to there, inside the folds is right at 5 inches. So let's say a little less than 5.5, 5 3/8. Okay, by let's say 9 3/8 that way as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. What did we say? I just totally forgot. I was supposed to write this down for you guys. Okay. Let's measure this one more time. write it down like I'm supposed to. Okay, so inside of the folds here, we've got, where's the gusset at? It's right there. Okay. A little less than 5.5. So let's say 5 3/8. Yeah. This isn't the measurement of the papers. This is the measurement of the space we're working with. So 5 3/8 by, I want to say 9 3/4. Now I'm gonna actually go up onto the seam, the stitching there. So we're looking at 9. Let's say, we'll say 9 3/8 as well. 9 3/8. That's a little less than 9.5. Okay. All right, there's the measurements there. Let me grab my cutter here. And I should be able to get 2 pieces out of this, and that would cover the front and the back of this, which is what I need, right? Let's cut off this piece first here. This banner. Oops. Still getting used to this cutter. Here we go. Okay. And let's see, 5/8. This is the direction I wanted. 5 3/8. So 5 and 1, 2, 3 right there. By 9 3/8. Just open this guy up. Nine and 1, 2, 3. That's 9 3/8 right there. All right, so let's do another one. So this one is supposed to be 5 3/8 wide. There's 5, 1, 2, and 3. And then 9 3/8 tall. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, right there. Okay. So hopefully my measurements are right. Let's hope. Alright, so this is going to go here within the folds here. So go in gusset's there. The other gusset is out of the way. Just fold this, we'll see it. Yep, I think we're good. So we got a rough edge right there. Good. Okay, so we're good. What I was really wanting to make sure is that it covers up this washi tape and this flap. I don't want to see that, right? Okay, so that's good. We're good there. Is that right side up? Yeah. Let's check the other side here. Make sure we're right on here. And I want to make sure I cover up this washi tape as well as the other side. So I don't think we're good. Yep, we're good. Yep, that's what I wanted. Okay, so since we didn't sew the other ones, we're not going to sew these panels, okay? So, and if you want to round the corners, you can. I'm not going to. I only round the corners if that part of the folder is rounded, and this is not. This is squared off. All right, so the next step is I'm going to use double-sided tape and Fabri-Tac to attach these pieces, right? So we'll put double-sided tape all the way around, and then Fabri-Tac and put these down, okay? Now, I bet you I left my Fabri-Tac on the other side of the room. I bet you I'm right. Okay, so hold please. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Let's keep going so we can get done here. Excuse me. I'm still a little congested from my cold that I've been struggling with. Alright. Goodness gracious. Alright, so score tape. Alright. Get as close to the edge as you can. I suggest, and that's kind of the point of using double-sided tape, is that I don't want the edges coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the edges. Then we'll ink it, add the Fabri-Tac, and then put it down. Okay. And there we go. Alright, there's one. Let's do the other real quick. I am about out of score tape again. My order is still not here. And I'm working on another project as well. It's my first mushroom type folio. And it is coming along awesome. I mean, I'm actually really liking it. And it's not taking very long to do. It just, the ideas are just coming out really quickly on it. Alright. So we got the score tape down. Now the key to this double-sided tape or score tape is that you still have to go and smush it down. Otherwise it'll come right off. Okay? So once you apply it, then you gotta go around and smash it down. Making sure you get the ends. Or it won't adhere. It'll come right off. But the pro is, once it's on there, buddy, it is on there. It's not, you're not getting it off without destroying the paper it's attached to. Okay. Now I'm going to put this in my supplies used because I got a really decent deal on these. This is a 1/4 inch tape that I use, right? And I get 5 rolls of these for $22. So I think it's a pretty good deal from Amazon. Okay. A little bit outside the lines there. I'm going to cut this off real quick. Okay. Now we're going to ink it before we take away the backing. Okie dokie, artichokes. I'm going to grab some scratch paper here. Oops. Alright. Now I'm going to quickly just do this because it's black. Black, so it's not really going to show up that much. I just really want to focus on getting rid of that white cord that you can see on the edges there. Okay? That right there, I want to get rid of that. I don't want to see it. Oh, something in my eye. My eyeball. No, okay. Ow. There's something in there that's bugging me. Alrighty, I think we're good there. Didn't need that at all, did we? Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure I got this right side up. And I'm just going to take my little Cricut tool here and pull up the edge like that. Now be careful, don't let anything get stuck to this thing as you're pulling up the back, because it will get stuck and there ain't nothing getting it off. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is use my Fabri-Tac. I'm going to put a tiny bead all the way around on top of the score tape. Why do I do that? It gives me a little bit of wiggle room to position the paper. Otherwise, once the score tape sticks, it's stuck. There's no moving it. And the Fabri-Tac just gives me a little bit of time to reposition it if I need to, right? Not much, but it's enough. And you don't need much. Just a real thin, tiny bead all the way down the score tape, yeah? I'm just going to run it on the back here all the way down. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to flip this over. Make sure it's right side up. And I kind of bend it in the middle so the middle hits first, and then I'll position it where I want it. So let me find the fold first. There they are. There's one score mark there. The other one is right there. So I'm going to come over just a little bit. Come down a little bit. See, I can still reposition this stuff right now for the moment. I don't have much time, because it will start adhering or start catching if I don't hurry up here. I can't see up here very well without getting in the way of the camera. Okay. I think it's about as good as I'm going to get it here. Alright, I'm going to commit to this spot here. That looks better. Alright, I'll take my tool here and I'm just going to run down the, down the middle first. Yeah, grab that different tool here. It's like a little spatula. Just make sure the glue is spread out evenly. Yeah. I don't want it bubbling up anywhere. And then I'll go down the edges. Paying good attention to the corners, right? We don't want that coming up. And just pushing all of the glue basically to the corners. Okay. And just keep doing that till you're satisfied that your corners are down. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. Alright, let's do the other side, yeah. Okay. Alright, did we actually smush this one down? I don't think we did. Let me just do that real quick. Just to be sure, I don't think we did. Alright, almost there. Okay. Let's take off the backing here. Come on, come on. There we go. Move here away from the paper. Because I don't think I have any more of this one. I don't want anything to ruin this paper. I don't have any backup. This. Alrighty, now let's put our Fabri-Tac down. Quick fasten in a hurry here. It's got a little clog there. Come on. There we go. So what else has been going on? Well, I'm still trying to get caught up at work. I mean, it kind of came to, I think I told you guys, I said I got a little bit of talking to at work because I haven't been able to focus since the separation. And it was, you know, it just, I can't, or I wasn't able to think about anything else, but, you know, I've got to put my big girl panties on and get to work on my work. So, I mean, it's a really good job, and I love the people that I work with, and I love the company. It's just very high performance, and they just expect a lot out of us. A lot. Alright. Let's see. Start in the middle here and just lay it down. Alright. Let's see, where's it's right there. Where's the fold over here? It's right there. I'm trying to get it even in between them. I want to make sure I'm covering any unsightly flaps and the edges of the washi tape. Okay, I think we're good there. I think we're good here. This spot. So I think I'm going to commit to this spot right here. Let me see. Bring it up a little bit over here. Alright, we're going to go with that spot right there. Alright. Just press it down. And then I'm going to take my little spatula here and spread out my glue. Okay. And now I'm going to run the edges. And again, paying special attention to the corners, right? Those are the ones most at risk of coming up. So I like to push my glue towards the corners, and it usually covers that whole area. Alrighty, I'm just going to keep working this here until I'm satisfied that the edges are down. Take this other tool here in a minute. Okay. Alright, I think we're good there. Alright, here. Now. Alright, so there's our pockets here. We got one, we got two. Uh-oh, we have a little tear there. No bueno. No problemo. Let's grab some boo-boo tape. I need to fix that quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? And thank you, Julie, for my refill of boo-boo tape. Julie is a crafty friend of mine that we've become actually, pretty decent friends, I think. I mean, we still have never met, but she's been there for me a lot, and I really appreciate her. I love you, Julie. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is move this thread out of the way, and I'm just going to put this right here on that tear, and then just wrap it around. No harm, no foul, right? And it looks cute. Come on. There we go. So use my tool here to make sure it adheres well to all the surfaces here. It gets in those indentations and divots, right? Right here on the paper. I'll make sure that gets in there. Okay. And the other side, I think we're good. Okay. But like I was saying, we got a pocket there, pocket here. Pop this pocket real quick. I think we need to come a little bit further. There we go. And this side. Making sure it's not stuck too far up. There we go. Come on now. There we go. There we go. I'm just keeping my finger where I don't want it to go past so it doesn't go all the way through, but just breaking up some of that glue a little bit. Yeah? Alright, I think we are good here, people. On these. I'm just making sure. I'm just checking. Okie dokie, artichokes. I think we are good here. Just checking my gussets here, making sure they're nice and flat and square. Yeah. Like this one. Alrighty. Let's put the boo-boo tape away before I make a boo-boo and lose it. Okie doke. Put that back over there. Check my magnets over here, make sure they didn't stick to each other. So we're good over here. We're good right there. Almost there. Looks like all the hardware is stuck on there good. Alrighty. That's good. That's good. That's good. We've already popped pockets there. We've got our flap here. And our paper on it. Okay, so I'm going to call it for the night. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to work on this section here. We're going to do a bunch of stacked tabbed pockets. Yeah. Over here we're going to have file folders and slides. A few slides, actually 6 slides. And mini pockets. Over here we're probably going to put some more pockets here. Or envelopes, something there. Same thing over here. I may put a third pocket right there. Yeah. On this side, we're going to put the large windowed pocket. It's going to fit the flippy pad. Yeah. And that'll be this side. Okay. And then over here, we are going to add another flap here. I think it's got the room. I think we have plenty of room to do that. So we're going to add a pocket here, a flap here. That's going to fold this way. And then I may make it. Now we're just going to have to fold this way. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Right? So we'll just do one little flap this way, either side. Right? We can probably do a couple of flaps here. Don't get ahead of myself, because I'm going to overdo it and then I'm going to be too fat. Right? Okay, you guys, I'm going to call it for the night. Couple shout outs for tonight. I want to say hi. Love you guys to Joanne, Elsie, Penny, Julie, and our new subscribers. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys enjoy our little weird community. Well, not everybody's weird, but I'm weird. I've got issues. So, anywho, thank you guys for joining it for tonight. This is part 10 of our series Sunday, where I'm going to recreate, and I will put all the supplies in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.